Worth overcoming, rebuilding, teaching health. We back again, y'all. Another segment about our mental health world. What we worth, what we overcame, how we're rebuilding. Who are we teaching? And what type of health are we really concentrating on? So we got a guest today. She go by Lil Bit. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. My name is Wallo Reall, better known as Wallo B, and I welcome you to the show today. I just want to ask you, first of all, who you are, what you do, and just share that with the world.
Okay, well, first, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I'm Lil Bit, stay lit Lil Bit on all platforms. I perform. I throw together showcases. I promote. I host. I do podcasts. I do a little bit of acting, and I'm also a full-time mom. So.
Okay, you got one?
I have 3 children.
She got a 3-piece.
3-piece.
And what's their ages?
So my oldest, he'll be 15 September next month. My daughter just turned 11 this past week, and then my youngest is 9.
So I take it you ain't a part of the grand gang.
Oh, no, no.
But see, I got a grandson, he too. So a lot of people like, man, you look like you 30 or 28. I'm like, don't flatter me. I'm definitely a 4-piece in the nickel.
Talking about 4-piece in the nickel.
You know, as we get older, we understand life is important.
Most
So, you know, I brought you on the show because I've been seeing you do your thing for years. And just seeing you putting other artists in shows, that's something that I've always done. I've always put other artists in position to do what they do in front of other people. And I see you've been doing that. What made you start doing shows?
Oh, so what made me start doing shows, so I'm gonna have to take it a little bit back because I started off doing photography. I wanted to just do freelance photography.
So you're a photographer too?
I can do pictures, yep. I started off doing pictures, and I can also shoot movies too. So I can do videos, I edit, stuff like that. I don't really like to do that no more now that I'm like in front of the camera. Like I used to be like, oh yeah, I want to be behind the camera, I'm taking all the pictures, but then I learned that I like being in front. What really originally started me off, shout out TJ Cooley at Ohio Media School. He made me do a project. He like, y'all can either shoot a commercial, y'all can do a documentary, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, I'm connected with a lot of artists in the city. Why not do a documentary? You know, let's talk about, you know, some artists, producers, promoters. So that's what originally started. And then as I got going, people was hitting me up like, hey, I want to be a part. I want to be a part. And then it was just like, I just kept doing interviews from there. And then 2 years later, it's a Little Bit of Conversation podcast.
So what's your vision? Like, what's your ultimate goal with everything that you're doing, everything that you said you do, been multifaceted as an entrepreneur? What's the main goal? What's your vision with all
Okay, so my main goal, I wanna be on the radio. I wanna be a radio personality. And when I do say like being a radio personality, I wanna bring back how it was back in the day. You know, you come to our city or, you know, you'll hear our, you know, independent artists from here. I wanna try to bring that back. I wanna change that up, bring back, you know, showing love to our artists.
So you got a podcast too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name of your podcast?
A Little Bit of Conversation with your girl, Lil Bit.
So is that from all levels of conversation? Like there's nothing specific that you...
So no, it was just, at first I was focused on just independent artists. And then I moved on to local business owners. I did a few poets, interviews, men that was incarcerated. So it just varies. Like anything can be a conversation. We could talk about it.
Absolutely. And this is true because I have another podcast called Entrepreneurs Network Club.
Okay.
And it was bringing all different businesses. Each person had their own company, their own business, their own demonstration. And we would come, network, pass out our cards, eat some food. So like I bought some fruit. We might have some chicken wings, some baked fish. You know, like right now, like I'm in the setting Casa Cacao. No liquor in this particular establishment. Would you just get the drink?
I had a Summer Storm. Summer Storm, I believe that's
so
what
we
it's
at
called.
367 East Hudson Street, right after Summit, across from Evolved Tattoos.
I better come check
body
it out.
piercing. So this is a place where we might do a couple of these. She done spilled that. Now what was that called? So we're gonna get the squirrel. We'll get that together. So check it out. So this I'm gonna ask you, since you do got a podcast, and you said the name of it was again, what was it called?
A Little Bit of Conversation.
Okay. So how do you manage the demands of running a podcast while still pursuing other creative elements?
Okay. Well, like I said before, you know, I wear many hats. So with my podcast, I try to come, everything does connect. It's all about storytelling too. But I would say balancing it does get chaotic. It really does. Like being a mom and then working 2 jobs and trying to do a podcast, it's a lot. But I pray about it. I keep God first. I just wake up and be like, I got this. I can do this. So I feel like just maintaining that, that mindset. Like, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what I want to do. And I'm gonna make it happen. And I just go. I don't really have like a routine or like anything organized. I just go and I just.
Well, and I asked that because being in the mental health world, like we always are up against the challenges people don't see. So like you've been a mother, we don't see when you got challenges with the children, and I don't know how much money you saved or what you do to make your money, but the bills. Sometimes when we can't make enough money to take care of something that people just don't know about. And of course, we don't share that. Like always, for a female, looking pretty, looking cute, never looking stressed or beat down and all that. What keeps you grounded? Like, so besides your most high God above in your heart, in your actions and your movements, what do you think helps you deal with the mental health issues that could be in your cycle of life?
I mean, my kids always, they always keep me going. Like, that's my biggest goal. Like, letting them know that you can do whatever you want. They see mommy doing all this stuff. So I always think of my kids behind anything. But also other people, the artists, the promoters, people that I work with, different platforms. I just always put it back in my mind, like, when I do interviews, anytime I do an interview, they always be like, oh, this is one of the best conversations I had, or it make me feel good, and that's what keeps me going. Like, even if I wake up with a hard day, I'll be like, that word of encouragement from anybody, it just keeps me going.
So out of everything you say you do, from photography to the podcast, do you sing or do you rap? Do you do any of that?
No, and a lot of people always ask me that, like, Lil Bit, you don't sing, you don't rap? No, my family is like, they're in tune with music and have been for so long. So I just love music. I love all types of genres. I don't have a favorite genre. I can listen to rock, pop, R&B, jazz, whatever you can think of. If I'm liking it and I'm vibing with it, I just love music. I love the creativity. I love hearing people's thoughts and how they feeling through their music.
So when you do the shows, what you get out of it the most? When you do the shows, when I see you do, and I want to get on one of your shows too. So just because I've been doing shows for a long time and do big shows, I don't discriminate between the small shows and big shows. All the shows matter to me. There's no show that's too big. So I do want to get on one of your segments. I seen you got a show coming up. I was like, maybe I should reach out and get me a slot real quick.
I would love for Wallo B to come on one of my sets. That'd be dope.
Yeah, because
sure.
I like to bring my table. I like to bring my banners. I like to invite all the people.
Most definitely.
Big shows, small shows, all the same. Work is work. And I'm a constant grinder. I don't care about if it's 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, 5,000 people. We're going to get busy.
Most definitely.
So let me ask you this real quick. So with AI been a big factor with everything, my children been showing me stuff I can do with AI that I try to do for years. And in 20 seconds.
Yep, it's right there.
It gives me, helps me with the idea, helps me with all of that.
Most
and
definitely.
I say, well, how did I just now get all of this in this quick amount of time? So I'm going to ask you, it says, with AI being everywhere now, do you see it as a tool to help entrepreneurs or more of a challenge to your originality?
I'd say kind of both. Like, as being an entrepreneur does help you a lot, because I do use AI. Sometimes if I'm backed up or somebody call me like, hey, such and such a time you want to do an interview, and I might not know that person. I'm about to go right to screenshot. Give me some questions to ask this person. So it does help a lot with entrepreneurs, because you can organize with it, can make you a whole schedule, just things like that. But I do feel like you still need a little bit of your creativity, because everybody don't respond well just to technology. Everybody personality. So I feel like it can be both, honestly. I feel like
so as a mother, how old was you when you had your first child?
So I got pregnant at 15 and had my son at 16. I'm 30 years old, and he'll be 15.
So your children is kind of catching up with you.
Oh yeah, my son. Oh man. Oh, we be going through it.
So he's like your age, kind of like.
Man, yeah.
And what I mean by that, like, so even you going that deep with saying you was 15 when you had a child. Tell me maybe some of the challenges that you think you faced when you was young, fresh mom, What was some of the biggest challenges you think you faced?
I honestly could say, like, I had a great support system. Like, my mom, my sisters, like, everybody stepped up. You know, a lot of people go through, like, oh, you young. So it was I got a lot of people looking at me funny or like, dang, she young, about to have a baby. Like, me and my baby dad, because we was together for a long time. So I'm 3 years single, but we was together for 13 years, all three of my kids by him.
So you wasn't a single mom
No,
when you had the child
Oh,
at
yeah,
15.
no. We stuck it all the way out until I'm 30 now. 28 is when we separated, so...
So
yeah.
you was not a... See, most 15-year-olds you meet that had a child, they be like single,
Yeah.
like... So that's different right
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah,
so you
it
said it was a lot of positive things. Now, is the father still involved with the children?
Oh, that's where they are right now. All three of them, yeah.
See, so as y'all can see, even having a conversation with a young entrepreneur, very intriguing and enlightening, and sound like she about her business. Young mom at 15. And how old are you now?
I'm 30.
So just think about everything we talk about in society when we be trying to point a finger and people be so judgmental about, oh, she's too young to do this and do that. And here's a product. Where you from?
I'm from here, Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio, 614, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We got a young lady who's showing that you can still have a child. So any young women out there that's having a child, that's pregnant right now and don't know what to do, or you stressed, or you thinking that it ain't gonna be nothing for you at the end of the tunnel, look what she just said. She's a mother and has businesses. She's still striving to be an entrepreneur and a mother at the same time. So then you had a child at another age. What other age was it?
11. She just turned 11.
So how old was you when you had her?
18, not 18 or 19.
So this your third one or the second one?
That's the second one.
And then what about the third
And then
one?
my third one, I was 21.
So guess what? She's still creating. And she's still showing that motherhood is very important. So motherhood, I really do a podcast called Mom Figures.
Okay.
Manifestation of
I
motherhood.
That. Yep, I seen that.
So if I can ask you real quick, since you've got a couple children,
Mm-hmm.
if I was to ask you what the manifestation of motherhood meant to you, or if that's something I can ask, the manifestation of motherhood, if you can describe being a mother, what definition could you give me about you being a mother, having 3 children, starting at 15, boom, now you...
Right. I could say exciting, exhausting at times. Honestly, though, it's a wonderful feeling. Like, you know, some people, like, don't rush to have kids or wait or whatever, but it's like a product of you. And then, like, some stuff, like how I grew up, I don't want my daughter to be 15 and pregnant like me, so I try to put into her, you know, what I didn't quite get put into me, so she can have different opportunities and don't got to be going through all of that. So I would just say it's amazing, honestly. I love watching my kids grow. Like I said, do get exhausting sometimes. It do be up and down sometimes. Can't do this, but you know, like I said, I keep God first. I pray about it, and I just, you know, keep it going.
Well, you see, I try to interview people and still be genuine with asking them things that's not too personal or private to dig into their life. And I guess she's pretty open with what she conquered, what she's dealing with, still being a parent. Co-parenting, you and the man ain't together no more, but co-parenting is something that still works. So when we talk about the neighborhood, we talk about young women having children, you can have a child and still be successful. So back to the entertainment piece. For you not rapping or singing, but you enlightened by other people performing. Why you like to see other people doing their thing so much?
So, honestly, my mom, y'all, she got bars.
Your
like,
mom?
My mom
Now,
got
what she go by?
bars. Her name
Or
is...
what's her stage name?
See, she don't rap, though. She never been, like, out here performing or... And, like, she even did a couple of things back in the day, like, in the studio, but she never been, like, put herself out there like that. But her, my uncles, they used to all just be sitting there, you know, rapping. I'm young, you know, we sneaking down the steps, listening. So, like, my whole family, they all can dance or rap or sing. I don't know why it missed me or skipped me, because I ain't got a rhythm in my body. But I love music. Like, I just love it. And then I don't like just... Like I said, I do like any type of music genre, but it has to make sense. I don't like music that don't have, like,
Substance?
meaning to it. Yeah.
Well, you
like,
talking to somebody who...
You know, I want to hear about what's going on.
Look, I thrive on lyrics and meaning. And
yes.
I hate some of the music that people love. And people be like, oh, man, you this and that and that. I get a lot of criticism because of artists that seem to be real successful, but I don't think their skills is up to par.
Right.
And for where I am and what I've done, I always be like, looking myself in the mirror, or talking to my queen, or talking to my children, or talking to my cousins, or talking to my peers, and they say, "Man, you doper than him. You better than this. You better than this guy." And I say, "Well, that's cool. You say that, but why is the industry this way? Why is the industry, the internet, like, oh man, you ain't got 1.5 million views. Wallo B, he killing you. You got 69 views. He got 69 million. You ain't on his level."
Right. And
You
it be
feel
like,
me? And this is why it blows my mind.
It
I say, well,
does.
listen to my record.
Right.
Listen to his record.
Like, what
look
are
at
y'all
everything I
missing?
just said. Look, man, listen, rewind this part. Look at this part I said right here. Listen to what he just said he was gonna kill 3 people. He smoked 3 blunts, snorted some powder, and he was all that on one. Okay,
Right.
okay. So online, do you like the online promotions and grind better than the in-person grind?
So, I could say both kind of. Honestly, online, you know, anybody can be who y'all want to be online, but I feel like in person,
Not a capping and pump fake.
Yeah, in person, it's not no mask.
Let me ask you. Hold on.
It's
So
not a
here's
mask.
the question. My fault.
Mhm.
When dealing face to face with people versus communicating online, what lessons have you learned about building real connections?
Okay, I like that. So, in person, I feel like, just like I was just about to say, in person, you get more of a real feel. You get to actually know the person. They can't just, cut some stuff out or type something and edit it in. No, we getting a real deal. Like, we live right now, we getting a real deal. I get to talk to you. I get to see you. I can see your facial expression. I can see how you move. So, the difference from being that and then online, like you can't see all that online. You put out what you can give, and it's a lot of editing and AI and all of that. So I feel like I like in person better. That's why I do interviews, podcasts and stuff. And a lot of people ask me like, "Hey, I'm out of town. You want to do like a Zoom meeting or interview or whatever?" And I will. Don't get me wrong, I will do that. But I like better face to face. Come sit down and talk to me. Let's get to know each other for real. So.
And how'd you come up with your name? Your name is Lil Bit?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get that? I mean, I know you a little short,
Okay.
but I ain't going to discriminate. Because you might be stronger than me. You never know. You might be able to lift everything in this room.
Literally.
But where did you get your name?
Okay, and nobody never asked me that, so that's funny. Okay, so my name is Angel. That's just Angel. It's not my Angel, Angela, none of that. It's just Angel. But like I said, I was young, and when I was younger, I was a little bit wild. So back in the day, my kid's dad's aunt, she was like the party aunt. We used to always go over her house, kick it or whatever. But I used to chase down my baby dad all the time because he'd be over there with his cousin. So he's coming around there, ready to put my hands on somebody. His aunt used to be like, "Oh, here come Lil Bit. Here she come. Here come Lil Bit." And she just always called me that. She about to act up.
So
Here
did
come
you
the
fight
small
a
one.
lot? Or?
Oh, yeah. I fought a lot.
So like not the pride, but you got a criminal record. Like hold on. So not the pride, but
Yeah.
so have you ever been to jail?
Nope.
No cases?
Nope.
So we have a good woman who got some hands, apparently.
I don't do that no more. That's the old me. That's 18
No
and younger.
cases, no probation, no ankle monitor.
No, never.
None of that.
None of that before.
Well, as you can see, she says she is not even into that lifestyle. So real quick before we sum this up, what made you change your perspective from that? Like, so when you was wild or whatever you say you was, because we didn't see that.
Right.
So we only going by what you say.
Yeah.
And as you can see, like what I was just now telling on this internet, people make up a lot of fake. I know y'all see YouTube. I know you watching the shorts. I know everybody watching the Facebook, and people are making up stuff. Like we can create something so bogus right now that never happened and make it look like it just happened. Like if you came over here and slapped this young lady and she jumped in here and you just, and then we go viral.
Right. It wasn't even that.
And then when we get done, it's like, oh man, that was a good fake right there.
Right.
That was,
We did that.
sweet.
We
that
got
all
'em.
that faking was so dope. All them lies we just told to ourselves just blew us up.
And that's how it be nowadays.
And I mean, like right now, it's some stuff going viral right now on Facebook. It's a dude, man. He an artist in Columbus right now. I ain't gonna say his name because I'm not even gonna say his name.
Because we ain't even gonna
I'm
give
not
him
gonna
that
give
type
him
of
no.
clout.
And look, he called me 2 days ago and asked me something. I'm like, man, no, I'm not interested in none of that. And I hope that we our prayers is going to change his direction because he's trying to go viral doing some of the craziest stuff I've almost ever seen. He was in the bathroom yesterday or the day before last dancing with his jacket open with his belly showing, and then he shows some white powdery substance on this little glass or something. And then he takes it, and then he's doing. It could have been baby powder. I hope it was. I hope it wasn't the real thing. I hope it wasn't no crystal meth or nothing crazy, because for him to do what he was doing, I'm thinking like, can't you catch a case for this? Like, aren't you like incriminating yourself? I mean, to go viral, making it look like you snorting something. It blew me away.
And that's what he's doing. Most definitely.
I think the brother's telling people he's a bisexual, the first bisexual rapper now. So if you watch this, you know I'm talking about you, bro. I'm not gonna tell your name. I'm not gonna give you that free promo on my show. But it's unbelievable that you doing this for us to see. And I guess if that's what's working for you, man, I just know I've been knowing you a long time, G, and I'm just throwing that out there. I ain't mean to put that on this.
No, you all right, because I seen it.
This is all I'm saying. This is why we take time to talk about knowing your worth. Know your worth, my brother.
Most definitely.
Overcome what you're dealing with soon. The rebuilding process is now. Teaching yourself that you don't got to sell yourself this short. And everybody's really questioning your health. They question your mental health, your spiritual health, and definitely the physical, because if you really snorting that, like Scarface, man, like the movie, like that much, man, come on, G. So I salute you for coming on the show today, this podcast. I want you to go get you some fruit, get you some water. I don't know what drink you had from.
I had the Summer Storm, if I'm saying that right, and it was good. And I'm about to finish that soon.
Well, we had Casa Cacao. Hopefully I'm saying that right. 367 East Hudson Street in Columbus, Ohio, in the Short North area. Home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm just a young black entrepreneur named Wallo Reall with a podcast called W.O.R.T.H. I interview Lil Bit, and tell them how to follow, where they can follow you at, the name of your show, how they can catch you, where they can watch it, and give them all that real quick.
Most definitely. So on Instagram, it's Lil Bit_Angel B. On Facebook, it's Stay Lit Lil Bit. On YouTube, it's Stay Lit Lil Bit 247, and y'all can watch me on all platforms. Oh, and TikTok too, Stay Lit Lil Bit 247.
Stay Lit Lil Bit 247.
24/7.
Lil Bit, y'all.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Just stand here real quick. We're going to act like we just taking a picture for the camera. I'm going to screenshot this later. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I love that. Thank you.